Hey, good morning, Parkside. Welcome to this week's encouragement video. Thanks for tuning in. I want to share with you something that I heard yesterday that encouraged me, and I'm sure it will encourage you as well. One of the things we say at Parkside is we gather together on Sunday, a bit like an aircraft carrier, where the members of the church are fighter jets. They come on Sunday to the aircraft carrier to gain fuel, ammunition, and healing. Fuel to go back out on mission, ammunition to take out on mission, and healing from any wounds that they've incurred while out on mission during the week. And the idea is, as we come together through the preaching of God's word and instruction that comes in Sunday school classes or in our Bible Institute or something like that, those programs, you're equipped to go out on mission. And I heard how that was working exactly how we hoped it would this week. So there was in our Bible Institute, we've been completing the Gospel of Matthew. Just 2 weeks ago, we were in Matthew 26. And I heard from one of our members that this woman, her daughter, was in a girls group, at a discipleship group, at an organization that helps teen girls get together and grow in their faith. And the woman was speaking, sorry, I'm going to clarify this. At the gathering, there was a woman speaking who was not a member at our church, and she talked from Matthew 26 that we'd recently covered in Bible Institute, and talked about the woman who poured out the expensive perfume on Christ, and the charge was basically, now girls, you go out and pour out your lives for Christ in a similar kind of fashion. Definitely something we want to do in challenging our young people to live their lives for Christ. But it was kind of presented in a moralistic, here's the rules, just go do this in your own power. You can do this, kind of a religious pep talk of sorts. And the member of our church was actually slated to talk and share in that session a little bit next. And she said, I was so encouraged that we just talked about this in our Bible Institute with seeing how the gospel connects to this. And so I could tell the girls, yes, go and pour out your lives for the one who matters more than anything else. But recognize it's because he was the one who fully poured out his life for you, that you then in response pour your life out for him. And as he's poured himself out, then you responsively pour yourself out and see, yes, the same call to obedience, but with a different motive and a different strength to carry you through. You see that happen exactly how we hoped it would. As we study God's word together, then it sends us out to be able to make disciples who aren't just religious, aren't just moral, but are fueled by the gospel. And I was so rejoicing because that's how we want that to work, that we come together, we receive fuel, ammo, and healing to be sent out in a culture of discipleship. Super exciting to see that happen. And I think you will be wise. I hope you will be prayerfully considering today, how can I take the things I've been hearing either in 1 Timothy or in my Sunday school class or through this study in Matthew and Bible Institute and share those with someone else in my life? Maybe a family member, maybe another believer, maybe someone who isn't a believer on your street. But recognizing we're all called to make disciples. We're all sent out with that mission from the Lord. And that's what it means to be a Christian in many ways. Parks, I love you. I love to hear stories of these things happening. Many of you shared people we could be praying for as you're seeking to disciple them. On Sunday, I asked you to give us those cards, and we prayed for those people last night in our pastor's meeting. And so I thank you for that. And I ask you to continue sharing those names so that we can pray with you and for you. This coming Sunday, we'll be in 1 Timothy chapter 2, verses 8 through 15, one of the most complex passages in the New Testament. I'd encourage you to read through it in advance. I'm excited to dig into it, but it's loaded. There's a lot in there. And so it'll be a delightful study, a challenging study in some ways, but one I look forward to. I hope you'll be here having read through it, thought through it, and ready to see what God's word has to say. Parks, I love you. Hope you have a great week. We'll see you Sunday.